If anyone would like to raise question toward our speakers, please just raise your hand and speak out your name, which country you come from, and where you need to introduce yourself. I think all speakers here, or even others, can help you, and others from Taiwan can help you to understand what is gender equality cities in Taiwan. So, any questions? Please. Hey, thank you. We have several questions. Can we go you first, then you second? Okay, thank you.
I really enjoyed your presentation.
Would you come to here? Sorry.
Sure. I really enjoyed your presentation, all of you. Thank you for all the forward-thinking summaries of the programs that you've introduced in Taipei. I'm very curious about the daycare model that you use. I know that a lot of the major current research talks about the importance of having young children bonded to their parents so that they reduce the chance of separation anxiety and future trauma anxiety. And so I'm curious what things you do to support families who choose to have one at home while not transferring the burden of childcare, in a financial way to families who choose to stay home. See, are there taxes involved that then trickle to the families who stay home, increasing their burden? Does that make sense?
Yes. So can we collect several questions and we have a collective answer?
Yes. Can I
Come
speak
here.
on that?
Yes, sorry.
Can I
Because you are making recording, so it's possible to come here. Yes. Mr. Chokir Lee will be the answer for the first question. So someone will prepare. Thank you.
Thank you very much, moderator. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Will. I am coming from South Africa, in the province called the Eastern Cape. I am part of a delegation that is led by the MEC for Social Welfare in that particular province, Honorable Bukiwe Fanta. She's at the back alongside myself, and she is observing the proceedings. I think let me take this opportunity to indicate that I have enjoyed your presentation. It was very impactful. I am coming from a province in the Eastern Cape, which for some time, its economy was sustained by Taiwan through the textile industry, which contributed immensely at the time on the providing economic empowerment to women. And as such, I do with great respect the work of that particular country. But unfortunately, those textile industries had to be withdrawn post the apartheid era. So this is one of the countries that we acknowledge contributions specifically to economic empowerment of women. But specifically, the second issue that I would want to get a sense, I'm very much interested in your LGBTQI empowerment programs. I'm coming from a province where there are still some small pockets of conflict between sexual orientation and religion. Recently, there was a Muslim gay activist who was murdered on his way to officiate a particular same-sex marriage. Now, it tells us that you still have got a little bit of problems as far as it relates to community perceptions around this particular sector. It is one of the areas that would want to benchmark particular best practices as a province. And I was also interested when you were talking about your community affairs coordination meetings. What is the impact of those meetings? Because I know as government, through the social welfare department, annually we do have a specific parliament that deals with this particular sector. But because of the recent incidents, we are saying that it is not enough. But also the issues that are canvassing to us, even when you're talking about the issue of the gender-friendly absolution facilities, I would love to see one. I have not seen one. We don't have any in my country, in my province, and it's a cry from the sector to say When you've got absolution facilities, it's men, it's women, it's persons with disabilities, and where do we fall? But I see that we have a program, we already are rolling that out. Would want to learn from yourself in terms of how best do we accommodate and ensure that our policies as government in the Eastern Cape are responsive to this particular sector. Thank you very much, Moderator.
Yeah, the similar question, right? No. Okay. Any question related to what we have heard? Then, okay, go ahead.
I'm Sheni, which means hello to you all. I'm Mkaya, so that means I'm from the same place as her. I'm also from South Africa. So my name is Dr. Nkatoko Mnyisi. I come from the South African Medical Association Trade Union, which is a trade union for doctors. I'm part of the delegation from South Africa under COSATU, which is the Congress for Trade Union Federations. So we're also here through the delegation from South Africa. So there's a number of things I found very interesting in your talk. I missed a bit of the beginning. So what I wanted to ask is, I was looking in Asia, a large number of Asian countries are really falling on the lower 20 countries when it comes to birth and fertility rates, which you highlighted very clearly in some of your presentations. I wanted to know, what do you think is the cause for that? Because we've seen the interventions, but I don't know if we've gotten to the root causes of why those are the matters. Unless if maybe the interventions are automatically dealing with that. But let's delve into that, especially also for the younger generation that's there now. You spoke so well about the different interventions that are happening, that are really wonderful. But I wanted to know, what laws do you have in the workplace? Because some of the challenges you spoke about women avoiding having kids or maybe later having kids is because of issues regarding work security. I think you mentioned work security after 30, I'm not sure if I heard correctly. So I wanted to know, what ways do you have in order to support them in the workplace in particular, such as antenatal care, clinic days. Do you have parental leave that are paid for? So with us, we have 4 months maternity leave, majority of which is paid for. And I know in other countries, we speak of those that may even have an 18 months, which is shared between father and mother. And yesterday it was being highlighted that in America, none of those are currently happening. So I'm interested to know what's happening in Asia in that particular sense. And this is my last question. Being in the healthcare sector, I'm interested, when you have such a low birth rate, obviously the practice of obstetrics and gynecology is not as, is not as common or is not working as much in terms of their workload. What is the mortality and morbidity of the pregnancies and the births that are currently happening in your countries? Thank you so much.
How's the reason that girls or women cannot have more baby? Now it's about 1.1 in this year. So it's really low in terms of total fertility rate in Taiwan. Maybe the lowest low in the world right now. So we expect how find the answer, and a lot of program has been going around. But I can answer, but I want to have our friend or speakers here who want to answer the question on behalf of Taiwan. Oh, you wanna?
Well, about the LGBTQ community affairs coordination meeting, that is, I just mentioned, that is a like a platform for advocacy groups to offer their advice to shape the policies with government departments. And the meetings is held by our deputy mayors. So it would have it has a very a lot of influences on our each department to work together to promote and enhance the status of and protect the rights of LGBTQ communities. And before the same-sex marriage legalization, the Taipei city government did a lot of initiatives and policies to protect, to guarantee the rights of LGBTQ community. Because we know that LGBTQ groups, they face some rights issues. Actually, I am one of the LGBT community. I'm a lesbian, so I know the issues and I try our best to make our supervisors, our higher level officers to believe and to know this is an important and human rights issues, and they need to do something to to make the city more inclusive. So we did a lot of initiatives before the same-sex marriage legalization, and this coordination meeting plays a very important role. And that includes the some NGOs in Taiwan of gay, lesbian, and transgender, like Ching-Yi, LGBTQ Hotline Association, Taiwan Equality Campaign, and they are all our committee members. Yeah. So I hope I answered your questions.
I think I can answer your question later because a lot of policies developed in Taipei City. Health center policy for LGBT, and some policies in the workplace has been kind of measurement development. So we'll talk about later.
And the Taipei City government plays a very important role because what we did to push the central government to legalize the same-sex marriage, they have the pressure. They know that the local governments did a lot, so they have to do something.
I think LGBT session will, what's the session of LGBT? Tomorrow or today? Tomorrow. You ask them, they will have a comprehensive report regarding LGBT policies in Taiwan, and from the NGO and the government perspective. And then I want to answer the question, low is low, particularly in Taiwan, why and what is the rescue program? And we call it the national rescue, national security program. Yes, we do have parental leave, but that's only one of the policy for the working woman particularly. So what is the benefit? There's a kind of benefit for the salary, from the salary perspective, and there's a leave, 3 years leave for infant care leave. So we will talk about later because it's very comprehensive, and now it's going moving of the modification right now. And secondly, I want to say why women in Taiwan don't want to get married and don't want to get baby. Anyone would like to answer the question from Taiwan?
Too much work.
Too much work. Yes, burden.
I can answer this question.
Oh, okay. Yes, please. Now, next time when we will be open this question in a specific issues. Here, please.
Oh, okay, sure.
Hello, everyone. I am Tita Chang, which is I'm presenting from Taoyuan, Taiwanese government. I'm the councilwoman in Taoyuan City, and I just had a baby last year, and I have two totally. A lot of, but this number is a lot for the Taiwanese woman. Why we don't have babies? This very easy question. Too much works. Because we're in the we call sandwich generations. We have older people we need to take care of. We have younger children we need to take care of, and we have works. And as a politician, we have to work like 24 hours and Monday to Sunday. So a lot of people say, oh, we need to have more women in power in the polity world, so we can have more resource, we have more, we can raise their voice. But it's really difficult. It's very difficult because we have to do a lot of arrangement in the housework. Like we don't need to do like a housework job, but we need to arrange like how these kids, they go to school, and how do you pick them up after school, and how about their dinners, and how about the Sunday school or after school stuff, everything that we need to take care of. So the government needs to step in to help us to decrease those problems, but it's really difficult because this is very like a lot of reports that we have seen that women do the most of the jobs in the family, and the guys always said woman is the very powerful corporations. They hold the most of the works, and that's I think that's just very nice words, and that's it. They say, oh, we are the woman is the neck and the guy is the head, so we control how they turn. That's the truth, but it's very sad. Like we have to do most of the work, so it's really difficult that the child birth rate is decreasing in most of the Asian countries. It's really sad, but I think that's why we're here, to support and learn like how to decrease their job and hear their voice, and help them to do their things much better in this society. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you. Yeah, we are young girl. Want to add some words about fertility issues?
Share some experience about why we have a low birth rate in Taiwan and even in the Asia societies. Hello, I'm Helen from Taiwan and from the Foundation for Women's Rights Promotion and Development. And actually, I want to share some personal experience, like why we have such low birth rate, not just in Taiwan, but also in Asia culture. And I think that two things are very important. The first is the social norms. The whole Asia, especially that names some of you that Japan, Korea, Taiwan, we share the same background in the culture, and we are having like the stereotype like family things are mom things. And if we don't break these stereotypes, and things will go just like Shuofang said, that women have to work-life balance because we can give up the life part. It's called family part. So we always dealing with work-life balance, and if we don't turn these social norms, make everyone family is not just about mom and children and the older generation, it's about everyone. So we need to bring everyone into this discussion. So break the social norms, I think, was really important to make the social norm is one of the reasons to have this low birth rate. Another thing I think is economic pressure, because the gender pay gap is always there. And if we need to talk about the opportunity cost, if we really need someone stay at home, it always talk about salary. And if we talk about salary, the gender pay gap makes mom always be the one to sacrifice. And if we don't turn this gender pay gap into equal pay, and then it always women will be the one to sacrifice if they need to have this kind of choice. So I think these two reasons makes the Asia society very low birth rate, and especially in Taiwan, I think it's really the lowest in Asia. Thank you.
Sorry, time's up. We have to leave here. And thank you for the speakers in front of us. And thank you all audience. You are excellent. If you need any papers, I have some paper regarding gender equality and fertility rate. And economics report will show Taiwan's problem, so I can send to you as well. And thank you all the audience. Thank you your very, very interesting participation and your questions.